Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Kinetic Vision. I'm sitting here with Brent Vorst, who's one of our senior experts in modeling and simulation, and today we're going to be talking about package optimization. So Brent, can you tell me a little bit about, within modeling and simulation, what optimization might mean?
We're trying to make sure we check all of the boxes when it comes to being able to produce a product or a package, when it comes to being able to put it on the store shelf, when it comes to a consumer using that package or interacting with that package, making sure we're checking all the boxes to make sure it's a good experience for everyone, but it's still globally conscious and sustainable. Imagine if you were a company and you shipped 1 billion packages a year. If I can save 1 gram of plastic out of 1 billion packages, that's 1 billion grams of plastic that aren't being produced, that aren't being shipped across the country, that aren't being thrown in a landfill or recycled, just by changing 1 gram of plastic.
Obviously, the assumption is they're saving money as well.
Yeah, they're saving 1 billion grams worth of money. So we'll build a product virtually in an environment so we can simulate it and analyze it that kind of way, which means, we can perform, we can load it, top load, or we can virtually drop it, make sure it's not going to break. And we can do things like virtually changing the shape. You got to prototype that every time. If you wanted to have 10 iterations, that's a long time to make all those prototypes. We can run all of those 10 iterations really quickly virtually. Another big part of this simulation is the material, right? And a big deal for sustainability is getting rid of virgin plastics and going to post-consumer recycled PCR plastics, so we can simulate how's a product going to behave with a virgin plastic today, but if you're moving to 50% or 100% PCR, how's it going to perform?
Can you share or even talk about how accurate that is compared to real world?
We can simulate pretty much every touch point in the life cycle of a product. So you can do virtual manufacturing. So if you're doing a blow molded product, you can virtually blow mold it and see where the thickness is going to go. And then you can take that virtually blow molded product and simulate a drop test, simulate it going down the line with a bunch of pressure behind it, simulate filling. Is it going to be able to withstand the top loads and the loads you see on the line, the loads in transit? Can you open the cap easily by a customer? You can simulate all those different scenarios to fulfill all the different areas of optimization that you need to meet.
So now you're just confirming on the physical side, you're not starting from scratch and guessing.
Yes, the simulation gives you a lot of more information than even physical testing will do. Physical testing tells you if it's going to work or if it's not going to work. Being able to see stress contours on your package and seeing forces and displacements and seeing the actual movement of the bottle, you're able to say, okay, I see a big stress contour here, let's put a little bit more material here, or put a round on that feature. And it's going to really strengthen it up, and then you can go forward with prototyping.
There's something unique about the modeling and simulation that sits inside Kinetic Vision.
We have lots of different expertise working together to holistically design a product, not just from structural integrity standpoint, but from a holistic standpoint of what the consumer needs to see and what the company needs to see.
As an industrial designer, working with simulation, being team members, right? Yeah. It's totally changed the game on advancing us to a knowledge where we're not concerned about what structure needs to be where do we need to distribute that material, does it need to be thicker, thinner, whatever. You've already done all that work, and now we can focus on the human interface, the branding implications of that package, and really that partnership is amazingly powerful in the process.
Yeah, can I give you a story?
Absolutely.
So we were working with designers, and they said, we have these 4 bottles, these 4 different shapes, completely different shapes, brand new product, and they wanted to get it on the market, and they said, tell me if these 4 shapes are going to work. And so we ran through simulations and said, this product's going to perform really well, and this one's going to perform really bad. And they said, we like the really bad one. It looks really good. What can we do? And we said, well, you can move some material here, and you can change some of these structural features, because this is a really weak area. And they did that. And 1 to 2 iterations over 1 or 2 more weeks. And the product they liked the most, that performed the worst, now was performing well, just by knowing where to change structure.
The business as a whole is changing to this e-commerce platform, right? And it's less about, hey, what's it doing on the shelf? And now more about what happens to it while it's being delivered. How does someone move from a traditional retail package design experience to an e-commerce experience, and how can you help with that?
We've developed some sensors where you can integrate the sensors directly into the package, into the product. And so you're getting the real feel of the product. It's the real outer shell, real package, it's filled, whatever it is, you can see through the data what kind of loads, what kind of accelerations, orientations that package goes through. You can ship it across country and you can see all that data, how that package actually responded and what loads it was subjected to. You can give it to a consumer and say, use the package, take it home, use it, and you can see exactly what happened when they took it home and used it.
Well, Brent, I want to thank you for joining us today. You gave us a lot of great information. As always, with coffee from Kinetic Vision, I want to toast. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.